HDFC. Mr. Mistry, pleasure to speak with you as always. Just your first comments on what seems to be a policy that is setting the stage for big changes and also a differential way of looking at banks and NBFCs, rewarding those who are sticking to the script and showing that kind of growth.
No, I think it's a very good policy. A good policy in the sense that it's not just about reducing interest rates. The policy goes well beyond just looking at rates. Inflation coming down to whatever I think the estimate he said was 2.6%, very positive. Rural economy doing well, GDP numbers being raised upwards. A combination of rural economy and cutting the GST rate will facilitate growth. Interest rate cut was free. There was a front-ended 1% cut in rates, so therefore there is no reason to cut rates now, and maybe they'll wait given the uncertainty in the global market, and in the next policy they may do it. But I think more than rates, it's very comprehensive in the sense that it is now facilitating more growth. It's encouraging more growth in the system, and hopefully that will result in a pickup in the bank advances. Also, the segregation of role of NBFCs and banks, which was always a big concern and something which was weighing on people's minds, seems to have been now withdrawn, where the governor has said that the board of the bank can decide the allocation of assets between the subsidiaries. That's what I could read.
Mr. Mistry, good morning, Neeraj here. Would you have hoped or watched or looked out for some change in the stance, considering that GDP is steady, at least in their revisions, but inflation has been revised downwards? Could a change of stance have helped?
A change of stance by itself would not probably have helped. You see, at the moment, there is so much of uncertainty surrounding this whole issue of trade, tariffs, and the outflow that we've seen for foreign money, because of which the rupee has come under some kind of pressure. So these factors taken together would probably have made RBI just stick to the to where they are in terms of interest rates and in terms of the outlook. But given if hopefully over the next 1 or 2 months, if this tariff issue gets some degree of clarity, then I think, in my opinion, there is scope to either cut rates or improve or change the outlook.
Mr. Mistry, the extension of the ECL provisioning, the expected credit loss provisioning to most banks from April 2027, is this? Can you just give us a sense of why this will be a relief, and is this something that the industry perhaps was pitching for?
I think ECL, standardization of ECL norms across all lending entities is an important thing which we need to have. So in that sense, to my mind, it's a good measure.
Sir, anything that you look forward to? I mean, if the Fed were to be on a stance which is not going to be a rate cut trajectory, but our inflation allowing it, do you reckon actions could be taken in the subsequent policies, or
yes,
would you believe it will
so.
follow the Fed?
No, I think the action can be taken in the next policy. A lot will depend, obviously, on exactly what the Fed does, but more importantly on some clarity on the global uncertainties that are currently prevailing.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Mistry, for speaking with us. And that was the former VC and CEO of HDFC with